What's the deal, yo? Welcome to another episode of Philly to Detroit Boxing, man. We got a very special guest on with us today, man. 12 and 0, 7 KO, Emiliano Moreno, man. What's going on with you, man?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, man.
Just
Thanks for
chilling.
coming on. You from Long Beach, right? Long Beach, California?
Yeah, I'm from Long Beach.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So what was it like kind of growing up out there, man? What was the boxing scene out like out there?
It's cool. It's like a little small town. So, uh, I mean, there's a couple boxing gyms, but uh, I would say it's kind of hard if you don't have no one to believe in you. It's kind of hard to it's with everything, but especially out in boxing. I mean, out in Long Beach, the boxing scene is not really that big over there. So, like usually they just train you for like money and stuff. But luckily, I had my dad with me, and he supported me since the beginning, and he's been training me ever since I started.
Right. Okay. And how is that dynamic like with you and your pops, man? Sometimes we see those dynamics. They can kind of be hit against each other with professional and fighter and dad. You know what I mean? How is it with y'all?
I mean, we're always gonna bump heads, but we always make up with each other, and if anything, those arguments and little fights grow our bond stronger because we always end up coming together, and you know uh with my dad, it's just been like it's been sometimes where sometimes I see him too much as my trainer, or sometimes I see him too much as my dad in the wrong times. So, but yeah, other than that, it's been good. It's been good. I've heard this quote. I've always heard this quote that says, "Your dad's the only person or the only man that wants to see you do better than him."
Hmm.
You know,
Word.
so yeah.
No, I feel that, man. And then just the journey of boxing in general, man. How you get started with it and what kind of led you to this crazy sport, man.
Man, at first I was a soccer player, and soccer is like a team sport. You kind of have to have a strong team, and not just one person can carry the whole team. So, with soccer, I was just like I didn't really like relying on people too much. So, I kind of started looking for something else, and then my brother started boxing, and I honestly never even heard of boxing because I was like 9 years old. But once he started boxing, I started looking into it, and I started realizing like this is a sport like everything relies on you, and you don't have to rely on someone else, or you don't have to, you know, hope someone's gonna be there for you, or you know what I mean. So uh that's just something I always took interest in, something that you kind of have control over all the time, and it's just you, and the outcome just depends on what you do, so I got into boxing like that, and I just love the sport of boxing, and it's been great to me, and it helped me get through some times, and it brought me and my dad closer, my family closer, and yeah, that's just basically how I got into it through my brother.
Going back to the beginning, at what age do you feel like it kind of hit you where you basically decided like this how I'm gonna try to feed my family in the future?
Probably when I was like 14. When I was like 14, because I turned professional at 15.
Mm.
So when I was 14, uh, you know, I was already sparring with pros, and I was working with David Benavidez and
Mm.
the Benavidez team, with Rayo, and so I just learned a lot from them, and I felt like I advanced so much in the little time that I had training, and when I was 14, I realized like this could be something I could really do for my future, or something that I really enjoy. So when I turned professional at 15, that's when I really started taking it serious. Like I dropped out of school, dropped out of high school,
Mm.
and I started training full time. Like I dropped out of school, and then my dad quit his job, so we were basically training all day. Like we trained like 3-4 times a day for like 2 years straight, or like not actually since like 14. Yeah, so ever since then, um, but yeah, that's when we started like taking it. Like that's when we like it was like I feel like 14 years old was the age I realized like this is what I could help my family with.
No effects, no. And then kind of how was that? Like you said, you and your pops just kind of dropped everything and started taking this, basically putting this as a plan A for y'all, no plan B. What was kind of like the experience of that? You know, was it kind of hard on y'all? Everybody has, you know, them hardship stories, you know, of coming up in boxing. Was it kind of like similar to what y'all went through?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it went kind of slow at first. At first, like I didn't drop out of school completely. I was like doing homeschool,
Mhm.
but homeschool like it wasn't for me. Like I just can't sit down and look at a screen or just do packets at home. So I asked my dad. I was like, "Do you think I could drop out of school and focus more on boxing?" And you know, my dad and my mom talked, and then my dad was saying, "Well, like if you drop out, like who's gonna train you?" You know, like he wanted to be more involved too. So him and my mom or his wife and my mom and they had a talk, and they were like basically it was just all like faith, kind of like you kind of had to have faith and you know, believe in your son. So they ended up supporting me all the way, and you know, we were struggling with money for a little bit, but then you know, we started like getting sponsorships, you know, help us out a little bit there. And you know, because my mom was, and she is still the only one working right now. And you know, I try to help her with money whenever I can, and with sponsorships. And you know, my manager helps a lot too with the training camp fees and stuff. So yeah, it was crazy because we kind of once that happened, we we actually left the house. We went to Seattle to go train with the Benavides team. We were just there, you know, we were sleeping actually in the gym. We were sleeping in the gym because it was like a little back room area, and we had to sleep in the gym. And you know, I wake up, train. You know, we even had to go to like 24-hour fitness to take a shower. So so
Thanks.
so it's just like a whole bunch of stuff we had to do. Like we had to sacrifice a bunch of stuff, but you know, now we got a little bit on our feet now, but you know, we're still not comfortable. We're still hungry for more.
No,
Word.
effects. So y'all really grinded for real. Yeah. So
No, fact.
no, yeah, y'all putting in the work, and like you said, I know that was probably like, I know you and your pops doing the thing, so it's probably easier for your pops. But I know, like for your mom and them, they was probably like, drop out of school, like what?
Word. I was gonna ask because I know you say you started boxing at 9, and like I say, you asked your dad around 14. Can you just stop going to school? Did you like kind of feel like you took off enough, like in terms of like had success where they seen it take off, like he might could actually do something with this by that 9 to 14 stage?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like where I grew most was during COVID, because when COVID happened, you know, all the boxing gyms shut down. Uh, Everyone took like a little break off, and I was just, you know, when COVID happened, you know, my dad went to go buy a bag, and he put it in the garage. So we were just training in the garage for like a year, or like a year and a half, or however long that COVID thing happened for. And I feel like with that, when that happened, I kept grinding while people were kind of slowing down, and it kind of pushed me further than when people were at, because before COVID I was getting like pieced up, but then after COVID I ran it back with him. I ran it back with him, and you know, I was doing the beatings this time. So you know, that's I feel like that's when my dad really started to see like this could have some success to it, because uh you know, he just saw my dedication, and he saw how bad I wanted to work and get better, and you know, just really grow in the sport of boxing. And yeah, just when that happened, I feel like that's when he saw that little jump happen, when he saw when he had faith that this could actually work out.
Going back to the hardships, did you face any back? Did you and your family face any backlash from other family members? Like, was it anything that y'all had to deal with? Obviously, like not everybody's gonna, because they don't believe like y'all believe. So not everybody's gonna agree with the decision. Did y'all face any backlash that made it hard to deal with from family?
Yeah, definitely we faced some backlash, you know, from some family members. They were saying that I should graduate high school at least, and
Mm-hmm.
focus on high school first, you know, just so I could have like some safety net, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And uh and we were trying to explain to him, like like if I focus on high school, I'm not gonna have enough time to train how I would want to train and uh grow how I'd want to grow and because I plan on turning like professional early, and I feel like if I went to high school, I wouldn't have turned professional that early, and I would have probably turned professional maybe when I was 18, in the States. So but now I feel like with that sacrifice I made, I feel like I have more experience in the professionals now than other people my age, because I've been doing this since I was 15, fighting older men, and I just have more experience in the ring, more rounds, more time, more I felt punches before, I've hit punches before, so I feel like also like when I turned pro, the sparring at my age wasn't like competitive no more. So
Mhm.
I had to spar older people, I had to spar professionals, good professionals like I sparred with Elvis Rodriguez when I was like 15, 16. I sparred with Ryo. I was doing a lot of work with Ryo. Um, just a bunch of professionals Landy Lara. I was sparring with him. Um, I sparred Tim Zoo actually when I was 16 as well. I
Mm.
sparred Tim Zoo. And he actually kept me for his whole camp because the other people he was sparring, they were getting like beat up and they were like quitting after like 2 rounds, and I would
Yeah.
hop in right away, do 6, 7 rounds.
Word. That's a good sparring resume.
No, I was
Yeah.
about to say, yeah, that's a dope ass resume from
That's
you know what
that.
I mean, to be 16 years old, getting in there with well at that time he was coming up to be a world champion to what he was, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
no, that's great work. And then as far as like fighting on Pro Box, man, what's your experience been like on there? We know how Pro Box set it up, they don't make no easy fights. Like what's kind of your experience been like on there?
Man, it's been amazing. They treat me great. They obviously they want to put competitive fights on.
Hmm.
So but they always like they send me like 3 fighters, and then my team gets to choose from them. But obviously the 3 fighters aren't gonna be like they're not gonna be too far apart. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, they just been good to me. They've been you know just been working well with my management team. We got a good deal with them, and they've taken care of me, giving me things that I've asked for, and just the fight's been amazing. Obviously, the fight's been amazing. They always got good fights on their cards.
No, that, I always like wanted to ask, like from your, from experience of a fighter that fight on there, because we see pro box growing every year. You know what I
Well,
mean? They really doing their thing right now, so it's a really good time to really sign with them or fight for them. You get on their card. It's a really good time to do that right now because people really getting their name out there right now from pro box.
no,
Yeah,
I
Uh,
feel that.
and then, man, you fought 3 times in 2024. Already once this year. How active do you want to be?
this year I want to get maybe like at least 4 fights in at least, and just keep getting fights in. Maybe go for a U title this year, or maybe next year, beginning of next year. But definitely want to get 4 fights in this year for sure.
And,
Yeah.
uh, and just speak about your last fight. You fought February 19th, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Yeah, got a
Yeah,
seventh round TKO. Just speak about training camp, but just just how you felt about the fight went.
man, the training camp was amazing, man. The only issue that I really faced was during the weigh-ins. I cut a lot of weight, and I wasn't really this fight. I wasn't really disciplined as I should be during the diet and stuff. So I had to cut weight, and that took a toll on my body. Like I got sick, and my chest started hurting. But I don't like to make excuses. Like Francis is a good fighter as well, and he did a good fight as well. But I like to say I was probably like 50% for that fight. Like the training camp, the sparring was amazing, and then the fight just came up, and it was like I wasn't even like 100% for real. The fight as well, the fight I was taking forever to warm up. I usually warm up like in the second or third round, but I didn't warm up in that fight till like the fifth round. So my body just felt like it was like it was just like kind of tired, maybe. um I don't know, like it was just cold, and my dad started like telling me like, come on, you have to like step it up. So I started like forcing myself to like kind of throw more, and get into my groove. And in the seventh round when I got the TKO, I was actually like, I thought the ref I don't know what the ref like. I think it was early stoppage as well, because I stumbled him, but then like he was like he had his guard up, but I felt like I would have took him out either way, but but when I was hitting him, the ref was like stop, and I was like what happened? Like did something like did his shoe come untied or like his mouthpiece or something?
Yeah.
And then he just stopped the fight. And I was just like dang, like I didn't even really know that was fight stoppage, you know uh that could have been considered fight stoppage, territory, because I did have him hurt, but it was like he wasn't he wasn't on the floor or nothing, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like even though the fight did get stopped early, I feel like that was gonna be the outcome either way. Like even if he did survive that round, he still had like 20 seconds left. Even if he did survive that, the next round I would have came like right at him right away, for another 3 minutes, probably took him out in that round.
Right. Now it's interesting to hear you actually say that you thought it was an early stoppage too. You know what I mean? From the fighter point of view, it's interesting to hear you say that too. So, no, yeah, the ref that had to be a motherfucking early stoppage if you saying it was an early stoppage shit. And then, man, I wanted to ask too, man. From what I seen, you look like you kind of like to push the issue, man. You kind of like to, step to the guys and press the action. From your point of view, what do you kind of consider your style?
I consider my style kind of like I love to put pressure and I love to engage with fighters. So I wouldn't. I'll probably say like maybe like a boxer puncher, because I can also box as well. I don't know if you've seen my fight with Rashid Williams when I boxed him that whole night, but yeah, man, I could box. I put pressure, I throw a lot of body shots, combinations, so I think my style would be like maybe like a boxer puncher.
Then what you think kind of set you apart from other prospects around, especially like within pro box? You know what I mean? Everybody pretty much a decent fighter or a great fighter, man. Like what you think set you apart from the other prospects around there, man?
Man, I feel like what set me apart was the competition I'm fighting, like I always try to choose the best competition to fight. I always want to put a good show on for my for the audience, because I know I work hard for this and I know I train hard, so I know I could fight anybody at 47. So I've just been choosing the hardest, toughest opponents. I've been uh working nonstop in the gym, sparring with people like Kenneth Sims. I've been sparring with I sparred with Haney for the Ryan fight, and then I sparred with man I sparred with Tim Zoo again for this fight he had coming up, or the fight that just happened with him.
Rock crime, yeah.
Yeah. So I've been sparring with a lot of people. I've been sparring with Bartholomew. Um, just all the work I've been getting in, all the experience that I've been learning, and the fights I've been taking. So I feel like that's what kind of sets me apart from the other prospects in pro box.
No, man, you got a long list of heavy hitters on your sparring list, man. Like, who are some of those guys, that you think brought the best out of you?
For sure, for sure. I don't know if I'm saying this because I spar him a lot, but for sure, Kenneth Sims though,
Mm.
because he taught me a lot of tricks. Fighting inside, keeping the distance. And he likes to throw when you throw as well. So he kind of
Mm.
caught me off guard a couple times, and I learned a lot from Kenneth Sims. I learned Haney has super good footwork, and it was kind of hard to catch up to him when he was like boxing me and cutting or like boxing me and using the ring. You know what I mean? And it's some more people that I spar. I just can't really think of it right now, but but off the top of my head, for sure, Kenneth Sims helped me a lot with a lot of technique and a lot of just tricks to do inside the ring.
And then I wanted to ask too, man, what's the toughest challenge you think you faced in like a training camp or like a fight that you had to like push through and overcome that shit, man? Just kind of battle it out.
Man, the toughest challenge probably I'm gonna have to say probably like my last fight, because I had to overcome, my not like obviously it was a good opponent, but not only the opponent, I had to also overcome my mental and my physical status as well. You know, I had to overcome. You know, I had to work through when I'm tired or work through when I'm sick, and you know, also mentally knowing that mentally knowing you're not 100% can also bring you down.
Word.
I had to work through that the whole fight while I was also fighting a good opponent. So I felt like that challenge kind of if anything, that fight kind of helped me boost my confidence a little bit more, knowing that I could knowing that I can get through that, and if I could do that when I'm 50%, it's just imagine what I could do when I'm 100%.
Then what kind of keep you motivated during the grind or training camp, man? I know obviously for a boxer, man, like you said you was kind of saying earlier, it's a lonely sport. It's a lot that go into it. What kind of keep you motivated?
Man, I don't know, man. Like what keeps me motivated is kind of like it's kind of like not even really like motivation. It's kind of more like dedication and more you know more kind of like you have to do this, like I want to do this. I don't want to be, like I didn't graduate high school. I didn't I've never had a job before. So it's like what am I going to do if I don't do this, like if I like I can't afford to like just sleep in, or I can't afford to skip a training. I have to go and I have to work. That's what's kind of staying on my mind all the time. And then on top of that, my family, man, my family, like, I've been on the road since I was 15. We've been in and out, and not even like sometimes like right now I'm not even home right now. I'm in training camp in Las Vegas, and my family lives in Long Beach. So, just kind of it's kind of like I kind of have to like repay them for, what I mean, for leaving them, or like, and it's kind of like they believe in me so much, like I can't let them down.
No, real shit, man. No, I feel that too, especially with y'all story, man. You know what I mean? Y'all
Right.
all dropped everything to do
Yeah.
this, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel you, man. You can tell, man, shit, it's 12-0, baby, shit. And it's just still rolling, shit. So yeah, I know you said you in training camp when you get back out there.
Right after my fight, like right after my fight, me and my dad had a talk, and we both agreed that that wasn't my best performance, and that we need to get right back into training. So right after my fight, like probably like a day or two after, we came right back out here and started working. It's nothing like heavy, because we still don't have a fight day yet,
Oh,
but
okay, yeah, yeah, okay.
we got back to working. We got back to running, boxing, strength conditioning, getting on a meal plan, and being just more disciplined this camp.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah.
Going back to pro box a little bit, how did that opportunity come about? Like, when did you first get a phone call and knew that like the pro box opportunity was even a opportunity?
I think it was after my second fight in the USA. I think I fought I think his name was Levy, or yeah, I think his name was Levy, and then Pro Box had reached out to my manager, and my manager showed me like my manager basically told me like about Pro Box, and he was basically saying like this is an upcoming broadcast, and it's like a opportunity where you can show your skills to people, because they do good fights, and they want to put good fights on, that they're gonna keep growing. So if they grow, you grow as well. So I was like, all right. So I said yeah, we could go with them. So we went with them, and it's been good. It's been good ever since we've been with them.
Fact. No, Pro Box, man, ever since they came out, man, they've been one of my favorite little promotions or broadcasts to watch on, man.
Yeah.
Um, and then like been doing this a long ass time, man. You've been professional. Uh, I mean, all your adult life, shit. I mean, since you was 15 years old, shit. So, do you still get nervous before fights? And if so, how you kind of deal with that?
It's I would say it's less nervousness and more like anxiousness. Like you kind of get anxious before a fight, and it's like it's really nothing. Well, for me, it's nothing I can do to stop it. So I try to just ignore it. I try to just like it's like if I know I can't do anything to get it out of my head, then what's the point of like thinking about it? Like it's better to just like focus on different things. Like focus on what I'm gonna do. Focus on how I'm gonna start the round. Focus on just different things. How I'm warming up. Um, what punches I should throw. So it's kind of like you kind of got to keep your mind busy so you don't get really anxious too much on the fight. Because if you get too anxious on the fight, you're not gonna have no game plan. You're just gonna be wondering like what's gonna happen in the fight. You know what I mean?
Mm.
No, right, yeah, no. If it kind of try to just calm yourself down before the
Yeah.
yeah, right. I feel it. I feel it. And then as far as like I know, you've been like again, you've been in it for a long time. And what's some things throughout your journey that you learn about yourself throughout boxing?
Man, I learned like a lot of things about myself. I learned, I don't know, like I kind of like to be alone, kind of like, and I didn't really know that before, but now that I am alone and I've been around people and it's like I kind of like to be alone. I kind of like to, well, I love to work. I love to work hard. I
Mm.
love to kind of push my body to the limits. I love to do that. I love to in a way kind of like torture myself, kind of like I don't know, like, but but yeah, like I don't know. It's just I don't know. Maybe I've gone crazy or something, but I
Right, like
like
you said, you just like the grind kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, no, facts. I feel that, man. Then I feel like you start seeing improvements and shit. You know what I mean? That just make you want to work harder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And then you know what I mean? What's your main goal for the sport, man? You know what I mean? Obviously, you rolling right now, man. You got a lot of momentum. Like, what's your main goal for it?
My main goal is definitely become a world champion. You know, world champion, and then probably like undisputed right after that, and just do as much as I can for the sport. I kind of want to bring back the good fights. And
Mm.
I don't want to run from nobody. I don't want to pick and choose my fights. I want to like fight with the audience want me to fight. Like if the
Mm.
audience see this fight, then let's do this fight. Like I don't want to run from nobody, and I just want to prove that I could be the best in this.
And just kind of going to the after that too, man. How do you kind of balance yourself out, man? You know what I mean? You train all day, every day, but then you know what I mean. You still just kind of maybe want to chill out a bit. How you kind of balance being an elite fighter and just also just trying to live your life as well?
Man, I usually kind of do my hobbies and stuff like on the weekends, like on Sunday. During the week, I'm busy all day. I don't got time to do stuff like that. But on Saturdays and Sundays, Saturdays I run and I do strength conditioning. So I have a little bit of time, in between that to maybe hang out with a couple friends or go to the mall or something. But on Sunday's my day off. So Sunday I like to go to church, and then after that, hang out with a couple friends or maybe play the game a little bit. But yeah, just being a fighter all my life, I never really like got used to the outside life. Like I never really like it doesn't really bother me if I don't go outside, or I could just stay inside and chill all day and call some friends, or play the game with some friends. So it's not really like a priority to me to go out and have fun, or stuff like that, because I can have fun in my house. I like to
Oh,
read, I like to play the game. So it's just stuff like that. Like it don't really bother me too much to not leave the house.
how is it making 47? Is that like you feel good at 47? Do you see you going up to 54 in the near future?
I think this fight, just based off like the last weight cut, we might wait. We're changing things around. We got a nutritionist now. We on a meal plan. So this fight we gonna be at 150, I think, and we're gonna see how I feel. See if I can still make 47, or if I have to move up. So I just been right now the weight's been good. We've just been maintaining. We're gonna see for this fight. We're gonna see. We going to 150, and we're gonna see if we can stay at 47, or if we got to go up.
Right. And that's what I'm going to ask, because obviously, from the experience you had your last fight, I know that's probably something y'all wanted to kind of look into to see if, maybe we do need to go to 54 or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, effect. And then I did want to ask you about a couple fights, man. You know, it's a big thing right now. Still, even 2-3 weeks out, they talking about the rematch now, the Tank and Roach.
yeah.
Um, how did you feel about that fight? Did you think it was a knee? Should they call it a knee? Like, what was your thoughts on that?
Man, I don't even. Yeah, that was definitely a need for sure. That was a need. Like they should have, they should have, they should have definitely counted that as a knockdown. Uh, and it was crazy because the ref even started counting, but then he stopped counting, and then on top of that, the corner hopped up on top of the ring. That should have been like a disqualification.
Uh,
So, so it's just crazy how they kind of like they kind of just do whatever Tank wants. Like it's not about like the rules no more. It's whatever Tank wants, you know. So if Tank wants to take a break, like mid fight, he could take a break, you know. But but
yeah, it was like politics a little bit.
yeah, so it's like I definitely think Roach won that fight for sure. And if the rematch does happen, I think he will win in the rematch. Tank really couldn't do nothing. He was just trying to land his one shot, but obviously that wasn't affecting Roach. So Roach was just like bringing it to him, and I think Roach won the fight.
No, I mean that was it. And I think you know what I mean. As far as like the rematch, it's good. It's tough. I do have like we went over it a little bit. I said I think Tank could probably get the win, but I feel like it's gonna be like one of them super close fights where like I think Roach in a way got his number where I know what you got to do. You know what I mean? I know how you fight. We've known each other our whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
I don't think it's a really a way for Tank to get under Roach's skin and kind of mess up his performance in that way. So I wouldn't be surprised if Roach got the win. I did pick Tank to win a rematch. It's kind of I think it's gonna be a really close fight. Obviously, Tank is who he is. Politics might play a part in that. But we gonna see. I'm excited for that though, man. Roach, you know what I mean? I already was a Roach fan, but he really made me a fan off that fight. So
yeah.
I'm excited for that one.
That one's definitely one to look forward to.
No, facts, man.
how you
Oh, go
feel
ahead.
about the Bud and Canelo situation?
Yep.
You feel like Bud could do it, or you feel like his weight class is for a reason? That's too much. That's too big of a jump.
Dang, bro. Crawford definitely a very, very, very skilled fighter. Um, but I don't know, man. Canelo just like bigger than him. Canelo just like I don't know if Bud can go to 68. Like, cause Bud is he doesn't have a big frame.
Mm.
So I don't know. Like he might be like biting off more than he could chew. With that fight. Canelo, man, he's got like big muscles and everything. Walk around like this. So man, I don't know, bro. But Canelo also got skills as well. But Canelo's power, his experience. I think it might just be a little bit too much for Bud.
Mm.
No,
That's what I'm
that's
thinking. That's what I'm definitely thinking. That's
No,
what.
that's pretty much been an analysis from a lot of motherfuckers, man. It's just kind of like it's a lot, man. You basically moving up three weight classes. You only had one fight at 54, so you basically moving up three weight classes to fight this man. It's like
Yeah.
it's a lot, man.
And
Uh,
he fighting a he not just moving he moving the 3 weight class and fighting the A fighter in that weight class. Like
Yeah,
talking to C fighter at 168, then who knows maybe, but even then it's still a big jump. But like we talking about the best fighter at that weight.
no,
yeah.
yeah. And then I did want to ask you real quick about the Rowley card, the Ryan Rowley card, man. We got three good fights on there. We got Devin, T.O., and Ryan Rowley on that. How you kind of feel about that card? And then just how you feel about those fights. The Ryan Rowley we could start off with.
Ryan Rowley, I think Ryan gonna win that for sure. I think Ryan, Rowley, uh, he's a good fighter. He's kind of awkward a little bit, so you kind of don't know where he's coming from. And but that left hook, I think it's just gonna be too much for Rowley because especially if he don't see it, because he didn't see that tank punch and he got dropped, and he not gonna see the left hook, and I think he about to get dropped with that left hook as well.
No, yeah, that's
Or
that's tough. And then how you feel about the Devin Haney? He got Jose Ramirez. How you like that fight? Obviously, Haney got to come back from his last performance with
Yeah.
Ryan. How you like that matchup?
Man, that matchup was good. I like that matchup. Jose's a good fighter, and Devin's a great fighter as well. So I was actually supposed to go to camp with him for this fight, but something had happened where the camp was supposed to be in Big Bear, but it's not in Big Bear no more. So
mhm.
we couldn't make it. But um, yeah, I think he definitely got a chip on his shoulder from his last fight, so he's definitely gonna train harder and improve on many things. I think this might be the fight where we see Devin the sharpest, maybe. Just because of what happened, last fight.
Yeah. Then last fight on that main event, man, we got T.O. and Arnold Barboza. Barboza been cooking the last couple fights he had. You know what I'm saying? So he got a lot of momentum right now. How you like that one?
That one's cool. I like that one. I'm looking forward to that one. Uh, T.O. He's an amazing fighter. He's he's kind of like I don't know if this is the right word, but kind of like acrobatic, like he could like punch you from where you don't even know he punching you from. Like he could be like in a different angle and hit you from like 90 degrees to the left or something. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's like Tio. I like his fighting style, and then that fight's gonna be great. It's two great fighters. Yeah, I like that fight a lot. I'm looking forward to that fight.
Yeah, man. Then last question I wanted for have for you, man. How you feel about obviously Turkey Al Sheik come into play. He been changing the game a little bit, man. He got a new promotion out. How you feel about Turkey just in general? And how you think, especially for you, you a prospect coming up in the game. This could possibly be something they reach out to you about. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
new promotion they got. So how you feel about that whole situation?
Man, Turkey, he got the same mindset I do. He just want to see the good fights. He want to see he don't want to see people running from nobody no more. He want to, like if something's mandatory, like it don't even mean nothing no more. Like you could just like fight someone else if you want. But
Yeah.
uh, but man, what he's doing, he's offering good money, for the fights that the people want to see. And yeah, I like what he's doing. I don't really like how he just like comes in and thinks he's like the boss of everyone. But I like the motive he got. I like the motive that he wants to proceed with. He just wants to see the good fights, and I'm down with that. I wanted to see the good fights too. I want to do the good fights. So it's something like I'm looking forward to seeing how he proceeds with that promotion and how he's gonna deal with the WBC and WBA and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, facts, facts.
No,
And I
definitely.
did want to ask you too one last thing, man. Obviously, with Ryan and Devin, if they both win, they already signed a rematch. How you think that play out?
Man, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna It'll be crazy. It's like unpredictable at this point. Like
Oh,
it's just I
thanks.
feel like it just depends on how Devin does this fight. Like if he looks like extremely sharp, fast head movement, fast jab combinations, I feel like that could be scary for Ryan. But if Devin doesn't really like take this fight too serious, or if he's like kind of, you know, it could be more in Ryan's favor because Devin just got really just like take things serious. I know he got like a lot of money already. He don't really care no more. Well, I don't know if he care or not, but he got money. So, but if that first fight with Ryan will come up and it kind of made him more hungry, this could be dangerous for Ryan. But if Devin kind of just like brushed it off and he didn't really care, then it might be more in Ryan's favor.
Hmm.
No, facts.
But
Kind of, yeah. It really depending on how Devin kind of come in because we know Devin as a sharp ass.
Yeah,
he's a
That
good
we had
boxer.
him. Before that conversation, he was a pound pound fighter. You know what I mean? Before
Yeah, he
that
still
whole
is on
shit happened.
everybody. He still is on the ring pound for pound list right now.
Yeah, he is on the ring pound for pound list. So
yeah.
yeah, so I mean, we that's gonna be crazy, man. I can't wait for that to happen. That's gonna be wild. My guy, man, Emiliano Moreno, man. Let the people know where they can find you at, man.
Man, you can find me on Instagram, Emiliano Moreno _7. And then my dad's Instagram as well. He posts a lot about me. Jaime Moreno official.
Okay.
And that's basically it. But thank you guys for having me though.
Nah, man,
Appreciate
we
you coming
appreciate you for
on.
hopping on, man.